right, y'all. Today, unfortunately, we're listening to Hamilton. Before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon.
Hit the bell icon. Do it.
Whatever.
Do it.
That shit.
Ring the bell.
Oh, I thought you were telling me that it was hit the bell. I was like,
attack
ring
the bell, please.
I don't like it, but Tony and Bobby like it, and I don't know. They think that they can change my mind or something. I don't know.
No, I don't think I can change your mind. I just want to hurt you. We're gonna go through them song by song, and we're gonna talk about what's good about it, and then we're gonna talk about what Gina finds bad about it.
When we sang it in high school, and everybody was like, "It's so good." I was like, "All right, maybe I'm like missing the hype or whatever." So I listened to I watched like all the videos or whatever, and I was like, "Nah, I still don't like it." Except for that like one song, and then like that's it.
You said you listened to what?
I listened to like all of it. I watched like all the videos that they had on it and just went through.
I don't feel like that's all of it, but we'll see.
All right. Well, I don't know. I didn't want to like just listen to it because I like since it's a musical, I like watching them do it.
Well,
you feel?
The draw of Hamilton, I think, and why people like it is like the whole musical is done in song. And so the soundtrack is like, well, there's a soundtrack and you don't need any visual aid. That's the whole musical. Like, the visual aid's there, it helps, of course, when you're watching the musical live. But you don't really need it because the whole story is told you through song anyway. You're not missing dialogue or anything. Well, you're missing one scene, and that's... I was be like, wait, that's a spoiler. No, that's history. It's when
it's history.
It happened. I was like, when John Ramos, but that's his actor's name. What's his name? Who is he again? Fucking
Anthony Ramos when he plays Philip Hamilton.
No, I mean also he dies, but the other guy who plays another character, he dies.
Oh, fucking John Lawrence.
John Lawrence. He also dies. They both. Wow.
Damn,
Anthony Ramos dies twice in a row.
Anthony Ramos got fucked in this
Jesus
musical.
Christ, bro. That's
it
brutal.
doesn't even surprise me. Back in the day, people just dropped like flies.
I think no, but it's not even disease though. He got shot twice.
He got both times.
Let's go.
Emotionless the whole time, bro.
I remember why. It's just because I remembered why. Like, I don't like a lot of this. What? I don't like Alexander Hamilton's voice.
Oh, Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Miranda's voice?
I don't like it, and like obviously that's a huge problem because he's the main person in this whole freaking thing.
What? I mean, like, yeah, no, that's fair. Lin-Manuel Miranda's not a singer.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that he cast himself as the main part.
There was some people like rapping that were like, okay. But then there was other people where I was like, no, please. I was like, just get to the next person.
It reminds me of D12. You didn't know what D12 is, right?
yeah.
And then it'd like be fine, and then Bizarre's part come on, and be like, like you're gonna say some weird shit. You're gonna say how you're fat and you like bitches, and then it's gonna be it.
With the toilet, pass the hot dog.
Bizarre, aren't you Islamic?
Check your mouth. I'ma keep eating till Richard Simmons comes to my house with a cut me out.
And that's the end of your rap.
It's like if you get to fucking.
And it's like that, except except what's her name? Eliza is not a good. She doesn't have good parts in this song at all.
Yeah,
that's tough.
I was like, oof.
I don't know. This is like a random access memory that I had of like high school, but I don't know if you guys remember this. But during rehearsal for this, because we did that Alexander Hamilton thing our senior year, and I was late to rehearsal. Remember? And
oh my!
And Mr.
God.
Olson, he did like, my name is Bobby Rowe, and I am late to my last concert.
Oh yeah. remember that.
totally remember
This is
that.
me remembering through other people. I wasn't there for it. Obviously, I was late. I think I was getting
That's
Wendy's.
right.
Worth it.
It's worth it. That
Yeah.
was all senior year, was just like food is more important than extracurricular
Oh my God.
activities.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, fuck it.
Like, bro, you
Dude,
can wait.
you expect us to like get to like after school, like with the meals they gave us, like, come on now.
All
Come
right.
on now.
It wasn't even like get to after school. It was like you expect me to get to like 8 or 9 p.m.
Exactly.
every night.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Without eating, like, I
They
need
want
dinner,
us-
dog. You know
they
what I
wanted
mean? Come on,
to
bro.
live all day on tater tots, a chicken sandwich, and a carton of milk.
That chicken sandwich was a little fire though.
It
The
was
chicken
fire.
sandwich, both the buffalo and the regular, fuego.
Bro, if I had to go
Both
back
of
through
them,
high school just
fuego.
for that like prison food chicken sandwich, maybe.
It was so good. I don't even care, dude. I can't find it anywhere. I've been searching for it, Heike.
No. Also, another memory. One of our friends, I remember she said that she didn't like this musical because it sounds like a bunch of white people rapping.
Yeah,
And then
we
we're
said
like,
that in high school.
you know, there's not a
Really?
single white person in this entire musical, except
Other
for
than-
Jonathan Groff, right?
Yeah, who plays
Who plays King George? And the
King
joke is that
George
he's
is
white
like-
as fuck. That's the whole joke.
right. Right.
See,
it's
I said, I didn't say that they were white. I was like, it sounds like all the cringe kids like got together and were like, let's do a rap.
It's
That's what it
arguably
sounds
worse.
like to me.
Imagine,
It's arguably worse.
imagine
Is it-
having that belief, bro. Like, what?
because there's actual rap, or I mean, you've got Lafayette and Thomas Jefferson's played by Daveed Diggs, who has a pretty successful rap career.
I divest you of your life, but I digress. I buy red stripe, I tigress, eyes back. I captain, I'm first to mate. You sloppy seconds get a plate. I played a part of party rocker.
I don't know.
and even Lin-Manuel Miranda and Daveed Diggs had like a freestyle group for the longest time that was relatively successful. I don't know. I'm just like, how do you?
I don't know.
can't-
Maybe it's probably maybe it's because maybe it's because it's not like this isn't like.
I mean, it's
I
not
don't know,
trap, but it's not supposed to
no,
be. You know what I mean?
But I was like maybe because it's like maybe like the beat or like the sound of the music is like throwing me off. I don't know. It just
I
doesn't
think
sound.
it's probably the mixture of like the harmonies and rap. It's weird to have both of those things in the. 'Cause when you hear rap, you don't hear harmonies and like in choruses and stuff usually. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not like that.
Mhm.
Because like the whole thing
not
is
like
still
theatrical,
musical.
harmonies.
Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of off-putting. I remember when Tony showed me this, I thought the same thing. I was like, "This is stupid." I was like, "Why not just do one or the
Just
other?"
jump.
And then
I was
listened to it
on
and
the
I was
wave.
like, "All right." I was like, "Okay, this is actually really good."
Right.
As a matter
I
of
do
fact,
like
I didn't
when
even
they
want to
sing
listen
all
to this when I listened
together.
to it.
But like obviously like most
The music's good.
that sounds
Like
good.
the music's good. Like it's obviously good. It's a like world-renowned musical. Like there's nothing. It's not. This is a good musical.
Hey,
That's
it
all I'm
got
saying.
Obama's approval, so it gets mine.
It got-
History has its eyes on you, yeah. We're gonna teach them how to say goodbye. Teach them how to say goodbye. Well, say goodbye. Say goodbye one last time.
It got Obama's approval. That means it's great.
Right, he did this at the White House, bro. That was wild. That was crazy.
That was a great
Imagine someone doing that right
performance.
now. A bunch of brown people in the White House rapping. Imagine that now. That's not happening. That's not
They
going
could
on.
rapping
They
about
could
successful
never.
immigrants in the White House now.
Show me
They
one
could
brown
never.
person in the White House right now, and I'll give you $100.
Shit. Yeah,
Oh wow. You're not getting. I guess nobody's getting that $100.
Nobody's getting $100. Everyone in that house is white right now.
Yo, I'm
John Lawrence in the place to be. A 2 pints of Sam Adams, but I'm working on 3. Ha! Those red coats don't want it with me, cause I will pack chicken.
No, I don't even know where to start.
Bro, Hercules Mulligan goes fucking off. Are you kidding me?
This
This motherfucker, this motherfucker casted he casted a tailor, and literally made he made him Big Ross,
I don't know. That kind of stuff is just I don't know.
it's supposed to be it's supposed to be funny. You're supposed to be like, oh my god, these are a bunch of white revolutionary men. The thing I like about this is that it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's literally just it's Lafayette from France, revolutionary France, as a black guy doing a French accent. That's hilarious, bro. That's
doing a French accent. And you have Hercules and Mulligan going in it's hard to have intercourse over 4 sets of corsets.
It's the 1700s, and this boy goes brah brah. What the?
Brah, brah. Oh, blah, bang bang. Are we gonna get copyrighted because I said that? Are we gonna get copyrighted by Chief Keef himself?
Oh, good.
all you had to say was bang bang, and Chief Keef comes from out of the woodworks.
This place is here.
Chief Keef says, "Yo, run me them pockets, bro."
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
Though listening to that, I'm trying to think about why you wouldn't like it. Listening to it, and I get it because Lin-Manuel Miranda sounds really whiny.
Yeah.
I definitely think he should have gotten somebody else that can sing.
Well, I like
to be
I don't know. I still
Alexander
like it.
Hamilton.
I don't think this musical would have been as popular if it wasn't Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
There's just something, I don't know. There's something not professional about his voice that makes me like Hamilton more because it's him. And when I listen to Hamilton done by professional voices, completely, it's it's not as good.
Come on, let's go. Rise up when you're living on your knees. You rise up. Tell your brother that he's gotta rise up. Tell your sister that she's gotta rise up.
Yeah.
He's less of a character when it's not Lin-Manuel Miranda, I guess. When we went in high school to see that musical in Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. He was good, but I didn't really sympathize with him so
felt
much.
emptier. Yeah, it didn't click as much because I hear Lin, and he's supposed to be Alexander Hamilton's supposed to be 19 during at least my shot, and it just makes sense for him to be a whiny teenager. You know what I mean? And to have that kind of voice throughout, because that's just kind of how it is the whole time. I don't know. That's how I see it. It's at the start he's whiny because he's 19. He just came from fucking St. Croix or wherever he was born.
Right.
And it's I don't know. That's why I was I can forgive it because it's that's why he casted it like that.
Well, originally he was going to be Aaron Burr.
Yeah.
He wrote himself for Aaron Burr. But then he made Aaron Burr's part too difficult. So he made himself Alexander Hamilton. Granted, Aaron Burr's vocal part's kind of ridiculous.
They're fucking crazy, dude.
Especially the room where it happened. But we'll get there when we get there.
Are we there yet?
We get there when we get there.
Oh my god.
We'll get there when we get there.
We'll get there when we get there.
This is the one that you did for the solo, right? In high school, Tony?
What?
Didn't you sing this song?
He sang
I sang the room where it happened. No, I sang the room where it happened. That was tough.
my shot, I don't think any of us did that. I know our teachers did that for our
yeah
talent show.
The two of them did it for the talent show.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought somebody sang that part. I thought somebody rapped the Hamilton part.
I don't remember enough about it. I was in graduation mindset. I didn't really think about that stuff.
Oh yeah,
Right.
no,
I was
was like,
focused
I'm
on
ready to get outta
leaving.
here.
Yeah, I was all
focused
about
on
I'm getting out of
the
this
fuck outta
place.
here.
All I'm saying is though, like that there's bars in there, like not even applicable to the musical. There's just bars.
Right. The lyrics
Like,
themselves are just fucking. They're masterful.
can we just talk about I'm past patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every expectations, every actions and act of creation? What the hell? That's
What
some
the
Eminem
fuck?
shit. What the
I was
hell?
just about to say, look what I'm planning.
I'm planning to do all this while you're panicking, and you're looking and staring at mannequins, and I'm going to Fannikins trying to get up a plannikins.
Don't speak of panicking.
Doing this like a mannequin. We gotta look at a staring at mannequin.
Like right when he hits that,
Mannequins.
it's like it's just like fuck, dude. Oh, and I got to credit to Lin-Manuel Miranda for fucking going off on that when he's I'm pissed, patiently waiting, I'm passionately I was like, dude, the fuck. This is going hard for no reason.
Right,
Bro.
like the music stops, it is just him, and somehow that's still the most intense part of the entire song.
Right. Oh, what the
Like
fuck?
every
Okay,
musical has this song, like an I Want song. Every musical has this, where the main character of the musical is like, this is what I want, and I'm gonna be doing this for the rest of the musical. That's what this is. But it's just the way this song is just so much better than anything else he could have possibly done.
when it drops down, you know, like anyone who has seen me and Bobby do one of these music videos together knows that we love when shit just like stops, like the music just stops and
Yeah, I'm a
shit just
sucker
keeps
for
going.
that.
I fucking love that shit. When it drops to the I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory, and it's just the light snare in the back.
That's
Fucking
good.
yo. Oh, it's gold.
But can you appreciate though Hercules Mulligan where he just goes like he just like everyone's talking, introducing themselves, and he goes, "Yo, I'm a tailor's apprentice," and he's like the most thuggin. He's the most thuggin one.
I'm a tailor's apprentice.
He's I'm a tailor's apprentice, and he's like, you know how lame that profession is, bro? Like, what the fuck?
Not only are you a tailor, but you're not even the master tailor.
You're
You're their
apprentice.
apprentice.
You don't even own your shop, bro. You're just a tailor's apprentice, and you're somehow the most intense one.
And I got your knuckleheads and local apprentice. Like,
They got Lafayette. He's a revolutionary French soldier. That's like one of the coolest things you could possibly be ever. And that's just David Diggs. It's just David Diggs making French noises.
How French go looking at us.
Let's have another round tonight. Let's have another round tonight.
Let's have another round tonight.
Raise a glass to freedom.
That was really. I was like, oh, is it done?
Well, it's supposed to bleed
Okay.
right into the. That's
Right.
it's like a half cadence. Like it doesn't sound complete.
Mm-hmm.
All right. To me, this was like a total copy. Well, not like a copy, but like it totally was like that scene from Les Mis where they're all in the bar
I knew
and
it.
they're making the plan.
Oh, who cares about your lonely soul? We strive towards a larger goal. Our little lives don't count.
I was like, this is totally that.
Well, do you remember the backdrop of Les Mis? What was going on, like historically?
Well, yeah, it's the French Revolution. So
Dude,
it's like
come on, man. That's not even fair. Then that's
Yeah.
not even.
I was like, all I could think of when I was listening to this was that.
Do you know how closely linked those two revolutions are? Like, those are like
Right.
this, bro.
They're back to back, bro.
Yeah.
They happen within years of each other. Like, that's not
Right.
even. As a matter of fact, the French Revolution happened mostly, like, well, I mean, one, because of the incompetence of, the Louis family, but also because a lot of the money they had in the like the French royalty like was poured into America, never got really repaid back.
Right.
Right. They just wanted to shit on the British. But granted, they did.
British. They did. They stay fucking up those Brits.
How does it feel, Brits?
I know. What I like about the story of tonight and My Shot being next to each other is that like both I Want songs are next to each other. So not only do you know what Hamilton wants, you also know what everyone around him wants.
Mm-hmm.
So never in the story do you have to question anyone's motivations because you know them already.
Right.
So it's not only an I want like song for Hamilton, it's an I want sequence for all the characters. And we're not even done with it. In the second we're gonna get Wait for It. Which gives another I want for it. I think
Tony
that
looks excited.
who is the main character. I think the main character of Hamilton is Aaron Burr. I've argued this with Tony before. I think the main character of Hamilton is Aaron Burr. He's like the most important character because the whole musical is told through his perspective.
And it even emphasizes it in the intro song, where me, I whatever, me, da me, ba, and then he's like, and me, I'm the damn fool that shot him, and he got like a whole like bum 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 bum. I'm the damn fool that shot him,
And he gets a whole sequence, and at the ending, he'll have his own like the reflection of why this all happened. Like I feel like this is all told through the perspective of Aaron Burr sitting at a bar after he shot the guy.
Yeah,
that's what this all is to me. I theorize. This is my crackhead conspiracy theory about, or conspiracy theory.
He's like,
about,
listen.
Bro, that's a really good song. But I gotta agree with you, Gina. I don't think it's that enjoyable.
Really?
You know what it kind of feels like? This is kind of a hot take. I'm about to give you the hot take on this song. The Skylar Sisters is like feminist bait. You know? Like it's a really good
That's
song.
fair.
I agree with everything it talks about. Like I think they make really good points. But what is it doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like none of this stuff really comes up ever again. None of the musical is about this stuff. It's important. Like the things they're talking about is important, and like I agree with them. And like honestly, they're fierce as fuck. Like their voice is incredible.
Queens.
They're all queens. But like, what is this doing in the musical? You know what I mean? Like, why? If anything, it's like, oh, this is an introduction to the Skylar Sisters, but they're not presented like this ever again.
Yeah.
For the rest of the musical, they're actually like presented like as the backdrop to things that Hamilton is doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So why is this song here? You know? I don't know.
Right. Yeah. I get you.
Like, I guess with that understanding, I can agree. I don't really enjoy this song too much as far as like the way it's positioned in the musical. But it's still a good song. It just doesn't really belong here.
I do have to say, when we went and saw it in Chicago, I feel like the girl who played Angelica did a better job on this song in Chicago, I think.
I don't even remember who did it.
I can't remember her name. I can't remember the actress.
She was a stand-in, I think.
I don't.
Or was one of them stood in that day? I think it might have been Peggy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I remember right, it was Peggy. And Peggy was a fucking queen that day, by the way. Just for the record, whoever that stand-in was, amazing. Anyway.
If I were Hamilton, I would have sinned too. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my god. Especially when you get to say no to... Oh my god. Anyway.
Say no to this is scandalous.
I think I
scandalous.
also don't really like this song because I associate with someone I don't like, so not naming names, but
it could be like one of like 100 people, to be honest.
Yeah,
well, all right. But
I know who you're talking about though, but
yeah.
It could be like one of 100 people.
I think you know who it is.
But yeah, I think I just feel like the girl who does Angelica's, can't remember her name now. Why can't I remember?
Angelica.
She's just like, I don't. She's a really famous singer.
Renee Elise Goldsberry. I just feel like she doesn't do the rapping parts that well, which is fine because that's not her shtick. Her thing is singing. You know what I mean? That's what she was trained for.
I think she's very jaw-y. Like,
yeah.
I've been reading Tom and Sats by Thomas Paine. You know what I mean? It sounds stupid. I don't know.
It's tough to get through it. That's why I liked the Chicago, the actress who performed it in Chicago better, because she did the rapping parts great and she also sang extremely well. So I was like, oh, beautiful. You know what I mean?
Am I saying
So,
that I am a better singer than this woman? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Not even close. Just personal preference. I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like the actress in
Yeah.
Chicago did all of it really well, rather than just one aspect of it.
Right.
And then the other part she did fine.
Angelica just she's a little too like consonant-y
Yeah.
when she raps. I would say I'd agree with that.
Right.
And so in that position, I agree with you, Gina. It does sound like a bunch of cringe theater kids, especially during this
yeah.
song. Especially during
yeah.
this song.
Right.
During the rest of it, I don't know. You're wrong, but this song,
I was like,
I can.
this
If
song,
you
I
showed
get
me
it.
this song and I didn't have any context, I didn't know what Hamilton was, I would think this is pretty cringe. That's, that's what I don't know.
Yeah, he'd have you all unravel at the sound of screams, but the revolution is coming. The have-nots are gonna win this. It's hard to listen to you with a straight face.
Back, time will tell. You remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall.
All right. I know it's supposed to be, but that was so annoying. That was so annoying.
Wait, which one? Which one?
The song, because it's supposed to be like you're not supposed to like him because he's like the king. So it's just it was annoying.
The
But
only white person in the whole musical.
Right.
but there was totally in the beginning and then at the end a little bit there. That was totally Daydream Believer. That was so the same like tune and everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of like outside musical references in Hamilton. So
yeah,
that's not an invalid assessment. I believe that. So something
Right.
something I
Like
really
the-
like.
Need no wind. I was like,
I'll have to put that in. I'll put it in. I'll be probably
Yeah.
put it in right here. but
put it in right here.
so I was looking up. So I keep acting like you guys see me, but you guys can't. I can see you. But I was looking up, like, because I remembered Farmer Refuted is the only. That's the one with Samuel Seabury or whatever. Is the only song not completely done by Lin-Manuel Miranda. The rest of it was composed by him.
Yeah.
But this song also had who did it? Alex Lacamoire.
Alex Lacamoire, yeah.
Yeah, Alex Lacamoire, who did he does a bunch of other musicals, and he's worked with a bunch of other musicals, and the whole point of Farmer Refuted musically is to be lame as shit, and I appreciate it so much.
It's supposed to be prissy as hell, and it's like it's so lame, and then Hamilton just comes in and destroys him because he's a lame ass. Like it's fucking.
Like the rest of the musical is like rap, and like it doesn't follow conventional musicality too often. But that song follows the most white lame musical form you could ever do. And Tony, you know what I'm about to talk about. That's musical counterpoint. It follows counterpoint. It doesn't break any of the rules at all. It follows counterpoint perfectly. And that's
if you took that song and put it in as your like music theory final in college for counterpoint, it would pass. There's nothing wrong with it in counterpoint.
And then I like that put against rapping from Lin-Manuel Miranda. I think that's a really cool thing to listen to when he's just even the singing is following counterpoint, and it's too perfect and too lame, and then it's just followed by like Hamilton ripping on.
Have you all on a rebel with the sound of screams, but the revolution is coming.
and then it's followed by "You'll Be Back," and as Gina said, like we're supposed to hate this guy.
Just a lame ass fucking like love song to the colonies.
Stage.
But it's also hard. It's hard not to enjoy this song too. Like I don't like King George, but like it's such a fun song. It's
right.
And you put that against "I will kill your friends and family."
Right. He's going so hard.
Okay.
He's like, you're supposed to love me. If you don't, I'm going to literally murder everyone you love. It's like,
Do as I command!
Okay, jeez.
Jesus. Come on, man.
So
Oh,
come on,
God,
Gina.
it's
You
all
gotta
right
like this
They
sequence.
did not give no shits back then. They were just like, nah, we'll just kill you. It's fine.
I'm just saying, dog. Like that. Those songs put against each other are like the reason I like this musical so much.
Right. Like they're clowning on music. Like they're like, this is lame as shit. We're gonna do it. This is Baroque counterpoint that I'm about to write in for
That's
Samuel
so
Severy.
fucking lame, bro. That's coming from
Ain't
someone
nobody like that.
That's coming from
shit.
someone who went to college, studied music theory, and then got so bored that he dropped out, bro. It's lame. It sucks,
lame
bro.
Fuck.
It's not
counterpoint.
fun.
If I had never heard this song again in my life, great.
I like You'll Be Back. I think you're being too critical of You'll Be Back.
Yeah, I like You'll Be
I
Back. I think it's good. I think Jonathan Groff did a great fucking job on it. I actually really like Farmer Refuted too, for the same reason. I'm just echoing Bobby at this point, where it's just fun. He's just clowning on him. It's just this. There's no other song in this musical that's as prissy and lame as that fucking song.
And that's completely intentional.
And that's completely intentional, and that's why I love it. I love those two songs.
Here comes the general, the pride of Mount Vernon. Here comes the general, George Washington. We are outgunned, outmanned, outnumbered, outplanned.
I like this song a lot.
Boom!
I like the booms.
Boom!
Boom!
I appreciate when they introduced George Washington. Like,
yes.
Because I feel like we all have this like this vision of him in our head, and he's like, when I think of George Washington, I'm like, oh, he's this calm, dignified dude. You know, like he's the first president of the United States. This is him. He's calm. He's chill, and he's that dude like silently looking on on the boat before cutting those fucking British people's throats in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
He's that guy. But in this song, he's panicking.
Right.
He doesn't know what the fuck to do.
He's like, shit, bro, we're fucked.
He's like, if I mess up, he's like, it's over. It's
Right.
over.
Right.
And I like how Lin-Manuel Miranda does this. He'll like reference other musicals. I had to look it up because I don't know this musical on top of my head. It was The Pirates of Penzance, where it's like, what's the lyric? It's like
Me and Tony were like, what?
Never even heard of that musical.
The only song you probably have heard from this musical is like, in shorts and matters, vegetable, animal, and mineral, he is the very model of a modern major general.
Yeah.
I'm very good at integral and differential calculus. I know the scientific names of beings, animal killers. In short, it matters, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general. In short, it matters, vegetable, animal, and mineral. He is the very model of a modern major general.
Yeah.
I'm
the model of the modern major general. Okay.
Yeah. And so they take that, which is da 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 da, and then he goes, "Now I'm the model of the modern major general," and then I think that's like something that Lin-Manuel Miranda is good at, is like taking like things from musical theater and then twisting it to be like rap or something more interesting than what was originally presented.
Yeah. No,
and that same thing goes for George Washington's character. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I remember listening to this on my first playthrough of this musical and not knowing anything about Hamilton or anything like that, and all I remember about revolutionary America is George Washington, and they keep referencing the war and revolution. I'm like, where the fuck is George Washington, bro? I was like, they haven't mentioned anything, and it's like 30 minutes into this bitch, and then they're like, here comes the general, ladies and gentlemen, and I was like, oh fuck, it's time.
Here the motherfucker come.
I was like, yes, George Washington, and then he just starts going in, and I was like, yo.
I love the oh lord he come and feel to it.
Oh boy, he a chunker.
How do you feel about the song, Gina?
Okay, like the like that part.
What? Wait, hold on. What?
It's like the
oh fuck, I can't think of the lyrics now.
I don't even like just like the
where
beat.
it breaks down and it's the
Yeah. All right, I laughed in the middle because it reminds me of that song that the like the do all the girl shake that leffy taffy.
Girl, shake that laffy taffy, that laffy taffy, shake that laffy taffy, shake that laffy taffy, girl, shake that laffy taffy, that
laffy taffy, girl, shake that.
I hate it here.
That's fucking stupid.
Oh my god. I don't know. Maybe I don't like this because it's like a lot of this music is corny, which is like fine, but I think it's like too corny for me.
What makes it corny,
I don't know.
Gina? What makes it corny, man?
What?
What's making it corny for you?
Just like I don't know. I don't know if it's like I don't know. I don't know if it's like the mix of like the rap and musical theater that like I don't know. It just makes it corny for me.
No, I'm not about to criticize you. I'm about to reference something else. When when I go to bed, I listen to Ear Biscuits, which is a podcast by Rhett and Link, and Rhett and Link were talking about this musical, and Link really liked this musical. He liked it a lot. He watched it with his kids or something, and then Rhett was like, "I think this musical is dumb, and I think musicals in general are dumb," and Link was like, "Why?" And Rhett, I wonder if I could find the clip and put it on here. I probably won't be able to find it. It's like I was half asleep. But Rhett's like, "Oh, I don't like this because like I feel like if you put a song from like a musical theater like album out onto the radio, or like if you like critically analyzed it from like a rap perspective for this musical, for instance, it wouldn't hold up to other songs that are popular." Which I thought was like a fair point. Maybe that's like how you're feeling about it. Like just
Probably.
if you listen to this from the perspective
Just
of this is a rap album, then this is not a very good rap album.
Right. Yeah. I think I'm just I think definitely I'm like comparing it to like rap music and like it's just not, it's not when you're doing that it's just not even in the same field for me. But I'm not like that guy where I'm like, "Oh, I don't like musicals at all." Cuz that's I don't know. I don't know why.
It's just when I listen to this musical, I'm comparing it to other musicals, and I'm like, damn, this is so much more fun than any other musical I've ever listened to.
Yeah, that's how I went about it. Because I went in, I was recommended this musical by a friend of mine that's very, very heavy into musical theater. Like, he knew it was coming out before it dropped, but he was like looking forward to it. He was like, "Yo, this dude's coming out with a musical, and it's a rap musical about the first Treasury Secretary." And I looked at him like, "Bro, what the fuck are you talking about?" So when it came out, I had to put it in the perspective of musical theater. I didn't go into it like, I'm about to tear this bitch up next to fucking Biggie, Pac, and M. You know what I mean? And Jay-Z. And
like, damn, Lin-Manuel Miranda, your rhymes are trash. Like, come on,
your rhymes are whack, bro. So I don't know. I don't know. It's just going from different foundations, and that's probably where the dissonance is coming from.
It's like imagine if I don't know who's like a prolific rapper, like right now. Name one.
Right now, Roddy Ricch.
No, a good rapper.
He's prolific. You asked for prolific, dog.
Who's fucking damn it. Was it Bad City? No.
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. Imagine if Kendrick Lamar put out a song on an album. Just a song. Not a whole album. A song. And that song was a narrative song through the perspective of some historical figure. You'd probably be like, this is stupid.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I was just saying, like, when you said narrative song, I was like, well, I mean, that's like, it's kind of like a lot of his stuff, but and then you were like, from a historical figure, I was like, oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, these are all narrative. All these songs serve narrative functions. They're not just songs. It's hard to listen to them as just songs because they're is a part of a story and none of them deviate from that kind of thing.
Right. It's not like a single. I can't be like, yo, I gotta show you this song from Hamilton, because then if you listen to just like if I just brought up Wait for It to a friend and was like, yo, listen to this song, and they were like, okay, cool. They still don't get the entire impact of everything that happened prior and what's going to happen further on in the musical. You know what I mean? It's hard.
Like the closest thing that we have to that is My Shot. The closest thing we have to a single is My Shot.
Right.
And My Shot has the Oui Oui Mon Ami Je m'appelle Lafayette. So,
or
like,
even the intro song. Like either My Shot or the intro song are probably the two that you could, and that's at that point just start listening to the fucking musical.
Right.
We're reliable with the ladies. There are so many to deflower. Ladies, looks, proximity to power.
Boy, this is Countdown by Beyonce.
Killing me softly, and I'm still falling.
I hate it here.
Wait.
Me and my booth coupe riding all up in the back with this chick right beside it. It's the same thing.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I call it the same thing.
I don't know.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
It's the same flow that they're using. And I'm just like, this is Beyonce.
I have no idea what song
that one
bro.
was that was a better one too.
That song as far as the musical goes?
Yeah.
No, yeah, Help Us is cute. I like Help Us a lot. Help Us, you could almost take it outside of the frame of the musical. Almost.
I hate it here. Oh my god. Eliza here transformed into a full-fledged Beyonce, frequently mimicking the superstar's characteristic ways of singing, particularly her flow from Countdown. I fucking hate it. I hate it here. She was right. I hate it here. Miranda himself has called Countdown the most perfect song ever written. I am pissed that she got that right.
In my boo ride.
I am amazed.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
Lin
what
and
the
Miranda
fuck?
will pay homage.
Homage.
I've heard a
Homage.
lot. I've heard a lot of
Homage.
different pronunciations of that.
I just there's two for me.
He pays
I gotta
homage.
hear
He
this.
pays homage to a lot of like rap music when he does this. I think he said when he wrote the parts for like the singers, he envisioned a rapper for each part, not like the actors that he got, but he envisioned actual rappers. So like Hercules Mulligan is to Lin-Manuel Miranda, Rick Ross.
Rick Ross.
Right.
That's like the whole point. I don't remember. There's an interview that he said this. I'm not like talking out of my ass. Bro, that song's so fucking good.
So good, man.
The singing was pretty good. That was pretty
Yeah.
good.
You know,
Queen.
something I really like. I never noticed it before. Usually, I am singing along to this album, but something I was noticing more, so I was listening for things, was that like when events are happening as they're happening like chronologically in the musical, it's that 1 2 3 4 5 4 3 2 1 4, you know that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, when she like rewinds or whatever, and then she goes back in the past, it gets stuck on this 5 4 3 5 4 3 5 4 3 2 1. Like it's stuck. It sticks on it
Right.
more. So it's like it literally is making you stuck, literally, but also like she as like a character emotionally right then is stuck between like her decision to be like helping her sister out by giving her this guy, and then raising her family status, and also the alternative was having the man she wanted and not having to live up to her father's expectations.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
an incredible song.
That's an incredible song.
That's a really good song.
Oh my god. And even just without the deeper meaning or anything like that, just her performance is fucking awesome. Just at face value, the song's great.
Right.
And
Especially
then you
the
add
ending
in
when she
all the
rewinds
musical
back.
meaning.
When she rewinds
Yes.
back, And then she's just popping off with the original motive, like the "May you always be satisfied."
Right.
May you always like that. That's she goes off. I don't know. I like that
belting
song
her
so
fucking
much.
soul out, dude.
Yeah, that.
This is what I meant, where I was like, she's not like she does fine on the rapping, but when she's singing, she fucking kills it.
Her flow wasn't
Like,
too bad in
damn,
this
bro.
song. It is better than in Skylar Sisters.
It's better than the Skylar Sisters, for sure.
Because it's not as stiff. I feel like this song was I'm a girl in a world. I'm a girl in a world in which my only job is to marry rich, and like that's where the flow is. But whereas in the Skylar Sisters, it was just like very choppy, and this one's like it flows into the next rhyme.
Yeah, this song flows a lot better than.
Yeah. You say that, but I remember during like the dance to that, like she does this like the swing with her like hands. Tony, you should know what I'm talking about. Like they all do it, all the girls.
Oh yeah.
They do this hand thing. They like do it to the sides, and like it's like meant to be like that. It's because it's supposed to be like going on to the next work. I'm not saying I like it. I'm just saying I think that's the point.
Right.
I don't particularly like that song, but like this,
I still can't picture what you mean because I can't see you.
I'll put it in the video. You'll know what I'm talking about. I know you guys can't see me, and I was doing it, and I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this. Yeah, I know you guys can't see me. But yeah, no, this song probably the best female song in the entire musical.
I agree. Either that or
maybe Burn,
which is way
I still think
later.
I still think Satisfied is better. But Burn is more like
that shit hurted.
Yeah, there's a word I'm looking for. Like, what are those things? Motive. It's more motifly like irrelevant to the entire musical as a whole.
I've seen wonders great and small. Cause if the tomcat can get married, if Alexander can get married, there's hope for our race. I am the one thing in life I can control. I am inimitable, I am original.
Aaron Burr is so raw.
I love it.
Definitely like the songs that are like actually singing like a lot better than the rapping.
You also
songs.
just might like Aaron Burr or Leslie Odom Jr.
His voice is legendary.
It's just it's hard. You feel what he's feeling, you know. Like I love the way he delivers lines. It's so good.
Right.
But it sounds like he's hurt. Like I don't know. It's really damn. I don't know.
Like
Leslie
when he
Odom
hits
Jr.
that,
so good.
when he hits that long takes, you know what I mean? It takes and it takes like that. You can feel that push. You know what I mean? Like everything. Oh, it's so real.
My favorite line is he has something to prove. He has nothing to lose. Like it's so accusatory.
He has nothing to lose.
This whole song he's in like I have to do this, I have to do this, and all he has to do is keep doing things, and it's better than me.
Yeah.
All he has to do is just do things, and I have to sit here and try, and like it just wow. I don't know. It's hard not to sympathize with that. And I'm sure we like I feel like everyone has someone in their life who like they look up to, and they're like, everything comes so easily to this person, and I wish I was them. But like at the same time, I can't just stop being me. It's just impossible.
Right. No, that's exactly it. That's exactly it.
wait for it. Wait for it hurts me. It's so good.
It's such a fucking good song.
How do you feel about it, Gina? You're just sitting here listening to us.
No, I like this one.
Thank you, Gina.
Thanks. That's a hot take.
This one's good.
Yeah, you might just
we got one, boys. We got one.
Got one out of whatever it is.
No, this one, yeah. I feel like the ones that are like focusing on one character, just one character, tend to be a lot better, or they emotionally strike you more,
right?
Than the ones that are just about any character, or especially the ones about Hamilton. Because even Hurricane, I don't think it's nearly as good as Wait for It,
No,
Room Where It Happens, or Satisfied. Or Burn.
I honestly don't even remember the last time I listened to Hurricane like alone. You know what I mean?
Right. But the other songs I'll listen to alone.
I'll listen to Wait For It, I'll listen to Satisfied, I'll listen to fucking Dear Theodosia, like all those songs. I'm like, these are Fuego or Burn, you know, like those kind of or My Shot, but that's a given.
But Hurricane, like which is Hurricane, which is the only Alexander Hamilton solo song, the only one, really.
Right.
And that one's not even that good compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
Outrun, outlast.
Tony, if you didn't know, your camera's still
Stay
down.
alive until this album show is past.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 10 dual commandments. It's the 10 dual commandments.
Hamilton, sir, meet me inside.
Meet him inside. Meet him inside. Meet him inside. Meet him inside.
Son, don't call me son.
The challenges you're facing, the worlds you keep erasing and creating in your mind. But
I grouped those four together because they're
I don't know where he went, but I hit him.
What?
Are you talking about
The
the fly? I hate you.
Dude, it's been freaking circling around, and I was just like ignoring it.
I hit him.
Can't look up.
I was like,
I hit him. I don't know where he went.
I
but-
did
I was like, your dog's a girl. Why'd you hit her?
No, she's not even in here. I don't even know where she is.
No. I grouped those songs because they're really narrative focused.
Right.
So it's weird not to just let them sequentially go because they're like relevant to each other. And also they're not really like songs.
They're all they're not like singles. They're all one flowing event.
I like the way they do narrative.
Ah!
Shit. Why are you just screaming and shit, Gina?
Oh my god, it was like
fly.
I was like,
It's just a fucking fly, man.
But that time it scared me because I was just like thinking about what I was gonna say. That time it got me. I was like, oh.
Gina, I think you're noticing that you keep noticing that motive, which is really impressive. First of all, because you're not looking. I know you're not looking for it on purpose. But the dun 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 dun
Yeah.
that thing you
Girl,
keep saying.
shake that laffy taffy.
But you have a good ear for motives though, because you keep finding things. You would have been a good musician. Weren't such a stupid person, bitch ass person. Bitch ass.
Cancel her.
Bobby, if you don't remember, I was a musician.
I said you would have been a good musician, is what I said.
Well, you never freaking heard me play, boy.
The 10 Dual Commandments? Come on, man. Can we talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are all whole steps.
Yep.
Right.
Well, I really like that like it goes up sequentially up the 4-step thing, and then the whole build up is just for that shot. And it's notable whenever a shot in the musical happens, because the main feature of this musical was my shot, and so whenever you hear a shot, you should be looking out for it. It's a very important event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only do shots come into play a lot, that counting motif comes in a lot.
Yes. And actually during the cabinet battles, the background, the da 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 da, it's there. It's just altered
as well.
It's altered and then displaced. Like as a counterpoint. So yeah, it's altered, and then there's the regular theme, and it's just the wa da 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 da, and it's that, and then the bottom staff would be like the same thing but moved over by like a space.
Yeah, it's just a that weird. You'll hear it. You'll hear it when we get there.
When we get there.
We get there when we get there.
I'm gonna put that in as many times as I possibly can.
He knows what to do in the trench, ingenuitive and fluent in French. I mean, still you're gonna have to use him eventually. What's he gonna do on the bench? I mean, no one has more resilience or matches my practical tactical brilliance. You want to fight for your land back?
I need my right hand man back. History has its eyes.
Dude, that final harmony.
Fucking love that song.
Dude, the only thing I could the only thing I can remember was in choir when we sang it when we're like the Battle of Yorktown, 1781. We never said the right number. Everybody was
yeah,
always
that's
like,
right. I remember this.
1982 or like 1674. And Mr. Olson would just like look up from the piano and be like, "Stop that."
Stop it.
I have to censor his name right now. Thanks for being smart, Gina. I had to
Hey, you said it earlier too.
I did not. I said our teachers.
No, you said his name. You said his name.
I really didn't. I made sure not to.
I look back at the clip. I
have to. I have to edit this.
Exactly. You're gonna find that you said it.
And I'm gonna show you that I did not. All right, whatever.
Whatever.
All right. What I like about this sequence of events, though, is just like it's all related to the war, and it does like its own motives for war, and just musical stuff. And I'm not gonna kill your ears by me talking about it. But I just think that like the whole sequence is really cool, and I really like how they like in rap music, like the snare is like this prevalent thing. It's always there, but in wartime, especially for like this time period, the snare was like how they kept time when they marched. Yeah. So it's like a dual function. Like it's as it is in rap, but also its function is to signify to you that there were troops. And like especially during I hear the drinking songs they're singing "The world turned upside down" and it's just the snare. I think that's the coolest part of this whole song of the Battle of Yorktown.
Yes, it gives me chills every fucking time I listen to it.
Because there's no reason the Americans should have won. No reason.
Absolutely none.
Right.
Oh, it's legendary, dude.
That's what blows my mind. Like even like I don't even know. Like even when we frickin' won, like if anybody who's like the underdog that like wins a war or something, I'm like Jesus fucking Christ. Like
it's
I can't
the
believe
world.
Like that it could have been like it could have been like so bad. Like especially like in World War II, of like if we would have lost, bro. I don't even know. I don't even know.
The thing is, though, bro, we almost did. If it wasn't for that final push, it would have been done.
Did.
Europe would have been done. Like it was conquered. It was all but conquered.
Like that whole battle of Dunkirk. Like oh my god, that would have been that we would have lost. Like that was so many people. Like I think it was Britain. Was it Britain?
It was Britain
and France.
Yeah,
there were French soldiers too.
We would have freaking lost.
But yeah, like this is a good sequence of songs. I couldn't help but pull up the actual video for that one because I feel like the Battle of Yorktown's like the most like animated song.
Yeah,
because, like it's hard not to picture things going on.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
just like the whole nature of the song. And I also like the world turned upside down. Like that as a thing that they were singing, but like they tell you why they won in Guns and Ships. Like, like they're like, how could this happen? The French, right? Which makes it more like powerful later when Thomas. I mean, we'll get there, but I'll say it anyway.
We'll get there when we get there.
I'll say it anyway. But when Thomas Jefferson's like, "Did you forget Lafayette?" When Hamilton's like, "We're not gonna go help the French Revolution." It makes it more prevalent because the only reason they won the war at all was because of Guns and Ships from France.
Right.
Historical stuff. This is just a history lesson at this point.
This is just a history lesson, but history's fucking awesome. So.
Yeah, too bad we were enslaving people at this time. Otherwise, this would be pretty cool.
When your people say they hate you, don't come crawling back to me. Da 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 da.
I like the foreshadowing to the to all the events that happen, but also an event that doesn't happen in this musical, which is like the Whiskey Rebellion.
Yes.
So when your people say they hate you, don't come crawling back.
Don't come crawling back to me.
Here we are, 400 years later.
There is a cut song where the Whiskey Rebellion happens and all that goes down.
No,
and
yeah.
I'm like part of me wishes it was in it. I understand why they cut it.
They could have gotten rid of the Scout Sisters.
Vibes.
Yeah.
And we could have had Hamilton yelling, "What? What?" over and over again.
We could have had that. It was so close. But instead we need all these truths to be self-evident.
We could have had the Whiskey Rebellion, man, and it would have made that line in the cabinet battle so much. Imagine what will happen when you try to tax our whiskey.
If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday.
That wasn't bad. That was pretty good. The last thing.
You'll blow us all away. Someday, someday.
Very nice.
Why'd you do that?
I know it hurt you.
Very
you gotta do
nice,
that, bruh?
ladies and gents.
It was good. It was good at the end. It got better at the end.
The beginning was awful.
Yeah. I know how to edit vocal things now, so they don't sound so raw anymore. Also, I think I recorded this using my PlayStation mic. So...
Like the little earpiece?
Yes, the little earpiece.
Oh, Lord.
My old one, not even my newer
right.
PlayStation.
Like the one that it comes with.
No. It was cheaper than that.
It was cheaper than that. If this was primo trash.
Good Lord.
I'm just saying, that last harmony wasn't so bad.
This was the worst song of them all. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't blame you. You had to listen to us. Oh God.
So Gina, just as an outro, how did you feel looking back at this first act of this musical, knowing that you have to go back to the second one now?
I don't wanna.
Was it as bad as you remembered?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, yeah. I don't know. This is just like not a musical that like I would personally wouldn't go and pay money to see this.
Oh, I did it twice.
Just because I don't know. It's like it's not. I'd probably just say it's just not for me. It's just like not a taste.
Well, that second half will be for you.
We'll see. I'm not my expectations from what I remember. They're not going to be too high.
How about you, Tony? Revisiting this before we have to cover this every week.
I still fucking love this musical.
Yeah, this musical is really good, man.
It's hard for me, like even you being like, I've listened to this so much recently. I was like, so have I. Like I've been listening to this almost every day driving to work, and I'm still not tired of it. So I don't know. I know I'm also not digging into it deeply like you are. You're trying to get the harmonies and all that stuff. I get that. I'm just listening to it and singing along to it like normal, so it's different. But still, I fucking love this musical.
I don't know, Gina. This is really good. I don't know.
This is a really good musical, man. I'm sorry. I get it's whatever. It's not for.
That's like this is like genre changing good.
Let me tell you something. When we were getting to these last songs, I was feeling like how when we were at the end of that Eminem album, and I was like, "Oh my God, is this?" Over?
I mean, to be fair, though, to be fair though, I feel like the last part is just narrative stuff. It's like that's not what makes it fun.
From like the story of tonight on, pretty much is all really narrative.
Story of tonight.
Well, like I feel like the best songs in this musical are in the second act, anyway.
Right. Well, I mean, you start with I'm not even gonna get into
it. Like it starts with some powerful stuff, and then the middle is like and nonstop kind of sucks. And then
I love nonstop. Okay,
whatever. We'll get there when we get there.
When we get there.
We get there when we get there.
All right. Well, that sucked. We'll see you next time.
Cool.
All right.
Bye.
Obviously. Oh,
no. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon. Thanks.
Especially that last one. You need to.
Yeah, I mean
that's
yeah,
literally the law. I don't even make them. I just got it.
Don't think that anyone feel me. Don't give a fuck if it kill me. Don't think that anyone feel me. Now I can't feel, so I'm laying this kill. Baby, show me what's real. Baby, show me what's real.